Hi, you guys. Hold on. Let me, this is really loud. I'm in a hotel room and I don't want to be rude and, um, have this blasting. Let me turn this down a little bit. Okay, there we go. Hey, you guys. So, I actually wanted to make this video like 4 weeks ago and I didn't. Life has been nothing short of chaotic and crazy. But, I have some time. Here, my hair. Yep. Man, I gotta take a shower. Um, I'm sitting in a hotel room right now. So, I was like, let me make this video, get it on my channel. I don't even know if I have any subscribers left. I don't know. I haven't been checking. Um, May 15th. Can you send me gas money? Hold on. Let me send him some gas money. While I'm talking to you, I might as well, or while I'm doing that, I might as well talk to you. Because I can multitask. I'm a woman. So, well, not May 15th. Let's go back about a week. The week before May 15th. And, by the way, it's Robert who was asking to send him gas money. Because I have all this money. But, hold on. You know what? It's okay. Let me send him, I don't know, $20 maybe? Okay, so let's rewind back a week before May 15th. I noticed Smokey. I noticed Smokey was kind of like not around. And long story short, he was hiding. And I didn't think nothing of it at first because um, there are some places in our house that are a lot cooler, and there's some places that are a lot hotter in the house. So, but I didn't see him very often, and but I did see him enough. Sometimes he would come out and jump on my lap, and I'd pet him, and he'd purr, but and then he'd run back into hiding, and I wouldn't see him for days. Excuse me. So May 14th, I did everything I could to wherever he was hiding, to get him out of hiding. I shook the food bag, I shook the treat bag. I mean, like, and you don't understand, like, Smokey and food were like this. I mean, like this. He would eat the whole house if he could, but he didn't even come out when I shook those bags, which that's when I knew something was wrong. So anyway, then I started searching for him. I even was asking Buttermilk. I was like, Buttermilk, where's your brother at? Where's he hiding? You know where he's at, you know. But so I just started searching in places that I just started searching. I found him in our unused fireplace in the living room. Like we have it covered. We have it covered off with a thick blue blanket, because that way it helps. It helps the heat to stay out of the house, but it also during the winter it helps the cold stay out of the house too. So, and I found him. And I opened I opened the blanket and the little gate guard thing, and he was there, and he's like, wow, 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 meow, 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 meow. Oh gosh, and I'm just like, well, hello, my sweet boy. What are you doing back here? And all he did was he meowed 1,000 million times, and then I was like, are you hungry? Do you want noms? Because noms are food. And so he just let out a huge meow. And I was like, well, come on out and I'll give you some tuna, you know? But he didn't come out. So I said, well, I'm going to go get you some tuna then, okay? So I went and made him and Buttermilk. I put some dry food in little bowls, and then I mixed the tuna in with both. And she ate hers, I gave her hers, and then I took his and I put it inside the fireplace for him. And our fireplace is made of brick, so the bricks were nice and cool for him. But He ate some. He didn't eat it all, but he ate a majority of it. And then when I went to grab the bowl, I moved the grate and blanket. I moved it so I can get the bowl out after about 30 minutes, and he walked out. And I was like, oh my goodness. But when he walked out, I was just like, he was so thin, you guys. I was just like, oh my god. Okay, you have to understand, Smokey was a chonker. He was a chunky baby boy. But when he walked out, I was just like I could literally, like when I picked him up, I could pick him up with one hand. Before I literally had to use both hands and my arm strength. He was a big boy, but I could feel his ribs, and I could feel his spine, and I was just like, oh my god. And I know I grew up with cats my whole life, so I know that when cats go into hiding and they start losing weight, it's not a good thing. Um, but he laid by the front door. I gave him a bowl of water, which he drank, and he just lay there. And I told Robert, I was like, oh, by the way, I'm still married. That's a whole other video, I don't feel like talking about it right now, but I'm still married. So um, I told Robert, I was like, we have to take him to the vet tomorrow. We have to. I was like, I'll just call into work and say, hey, I got more important, pressing things I got to do, like take my sweet boy to the vet, my son. um, but he didn't move from the door. Even when we tried to go in it when we were going in and out, he didn't move. And he's never laid by the front door. But the front door is cooler, like because we have tile there. So, but and Buttermilk left him alone. Well, Buttermilk was independent anyway, so the only time she'd like curl up next to him is in the winter to keep warm. But so fast forward to Monday, May 15th. I found this 24-hour emergency vet place in Mansfield, Texas, and I was like, okay. So we went over there, and they were like, oh, we're sorry, the vet doctor is in surgery right now. I'm gonna recommend you go to this other place, and they sent us to another place. And we went there, and they're like, oh, our vet doctor's in surgery. How about you try this location? I was just like, my cat is very sick, and we're just getting the runaround. So, God, it was frustrating. So the third place we went to, we finally got seen, and so they took I filled out the paperwork. I told the vet tech or whoever the front desk people. I talked about everything and what's been going on with him and stuff like that. And they're like, okay, we're gonna take him back to Kitty ICU. I was like, oh boy. And then we'll find a room available for him and the both of you after we're done, like getting his stats and stuff like that. I'm like, okay. So like 15 minutes passed, and then they brought him back out, and they're like, come on, we'll put you in room 9. We're like, okay. And so we got to room. Hold on. Yeah, I already did. Check your chime. Bye. That was Robert. Oh God. Anyways, so we got in the room, and I took him out of his box, and hold on. There's my sweet boy. Look how, his fur used to be so shiny. It's so dull. It was so dull. Um, he did perk up a little bit though. Look, because it was crazy. Like there was like dogs barking, and there were dogs barking and men singing to their animals. It was loud in there. But he was very lethargic, and the vet tech said that he was running a fever, and I knew that because like when I would touch his nose, it was really warm, and it was like that like all day. It was all day yesterday or the day before on May 14th, and so and he just wasn't feeling good. Sorry. Um, so another vet tech came in and with paperwork, and they're like, well, if for like just blood work and X-rays, here's the price, and she put this sheet of paper down. It was like $800. I was like, so it's $400 to draw some vials of blood. I was like, I'll do that. Jeez, you know. But, and then 400 for an X-ray, and I was like, you guys, that's a lot of money we don't have. I mean, we had it like we had a credit card we could have used. Um, but Robert was like, no, you're about to be out on your own, blah, 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 blah. So I was like, okay. So I was like, well, what would it cost if we just did blood work? And just like a basic blood panel, not like all this fancy stuff. So she went out and did the calculations, came back in, and it was like, she's like, well, what is your budget? And so we can work with your budget. I was like, anywhere between 250 and 300. And she's like, okay. And she walked back out. And then like 15 minutes later, she came in with the vet doctor. And the vet doctor goes, look, Smokey is very frail. He's very weak and lethargic. He's very thin. She's like, his gums are white instead of pink. He has a fever. She's like, he's been sick for a long time, you guys. It's just that his symptoms are now really manifesting. She goes, I don't want to say this, but I think the best bet would be to put him down so he's not suffering anymore. And I was like, is he suffering right now? He seems to be okay. I mean, he's curled up in a ball asleep, so is he suffering? You know. But as soon as she said that, I lost it. And I'll have you know, I haven't cried in years. Even when my mom passed away last year or the year before, I don't even know, but I didn't cry. I mean, my heart was ripped out. But like when she said we had to put Smokey down, I was done. I wailed. I just, and Robert just lost it, and it was very traumatic. Traumatic. So she said she was going to go ahead and give us some time to say goodbye to Smokey, and well, he was still alive. Let me show you some pictures that we took. There's Robert with his little baby boy. Aww. There's me and my sweet boy. I was in my work clothes ready to go to work, but my sweet baby boy. Um, um, and then a vet tech came in and took him away just for a few moments. She was going to go get the needle put in his little foot to administer the stuff, and then bring him back. So she did. It was real quick. She did that, and I mean, man, when his poor foot was all wrapped up when he was brought back. And then the vet doctor came in, and she goes, I'm going to administer two different things to him. The first thing is going to be a sedative to help him go to sleep, and then the second is the euthanasia. I don't know, euthanasia juice. I don't know what she goes, he's not going to be. He won't. He's not going to feel any of this, and so before she did that though, I took his. Hold on, come on. I took his little paw in my hand, and I was like, I love you, Smokey. You're such a sweet baby boy. And I kept telling him over and over that I loved him, right? and I had my hand cupped like this, and he took his paw and he was making little biscuits in my hand every time I would tell him that I loved him. You guys, oh my God, he understood what I was saying, and he gave me the slow blink eyes, and I'm just like, guys, it was so hard, so hard. He was not even 2.5 years old. So, anyways, so she administered the sedative to make him go to sleep. And as soon as, I mean, like his head was up and everything, and then as soon as she administered, I mean, he was just like, here's his paws, and his head went like that. And she's like, oh, that's a good kitty, go to sleep, you know. And I didn't watch her do the anesthesia or the euthanasia shot because I couldn't watch anymore. I was already like hyperventilating because I was crying so hard and so much. I had to I had to take deep breaths myself to control myself. And but that was it, and he was gone. Our sweet baby boy is gone. He brought so much joy and happiness to me and Robert, though. And it's been almost a month. It'll be June 15th will be a month since we had to put him down. And you know, I keep reminding Robert, I'm like, we gave him a really good life. We really did. And I would go through pictures and like, oh, let me show you some if I can find it real quick. Just there's a picture that makes me laugh that I took of Smokey last year. You know how cats are with red dots, right? Let's see, where is it? And I was just going through my pictures of him and just laughing at various pictures. Where is it that I had of him? Oh, this is a good picture of him. Look, he's up on our kitchen cabinet. Look at that. What a mess. Where is it? Did I already pass it? No. Maybe I did. Excuse me, I just ate and drank some soda, and so things are happening. I just want to show you this one picture. I have so many pictures of my... Oh, there it is. So instead of one red dot, there was two, and look at him. He's like, which one should I go after? Oh, man. I love it. I love it. But I would look at pictures like that and just reflect on them and just I would just laugh because... But he brought so much joy to me and Robert, and he helped me through a lot of the worst of my depression, Smokey did. You know, cats are very empathetic, very, and they pick up on things really quickly. So after the vet, Robert and I, we were hungry, our heads were hurting, so we stopped at, I think, Golden Corral and ate and just, you know, but during this time, Robert and I really connected again, and we held hands, we hugged, we cried together, and after Golden Corral, we went home and Robert buried him in the backyard. So, and that's that. At first, Buttermilk didn't seem to even notice the difference that Smokey wasn't there because he was always hiding. So, and but she knows that there's something different, and she's been so much more loving and so much more like, she won't leave us alone. She's like, pet me, pet me, pet me, pet me. You know, like she'll take her face and butt her face in my face, and I'm just like, Buttermilk. Like I'll be sitting there watching TV, and she'll come on my chest, and she'll take her head and go boom. It's like, hold on, let me pet you. But yeah. So this is my video. put Smokey down. And I think it was one of the hardest things I ever had to do in my entire life. Because he meant the world to me. Alright, this video is 20 minutes long. I gotta go. I got stuff I gotta do before. Well, I'm not gonna tell you why I'm in a hotel room. That's shh. Okay, so I don't know when I'm gonna chat with you all later. I don't know. Whenever I feel like it. But I wanted to get this video out. And if you're still subscribed to my channel, that's great. Thank you. I'm sorry I don't upload as often anymore. I'm really busy. I've got marital problems, work problems, personal problems. Oh my goodness. So, I will let you all go. Thank you for listening to me if you got this far. And I will see you when I see you. Bye.